Hey people, love you. Welcome to the Malay Show. Let's get back to some TikToks.
All right. So apparently we have woman trolling the high value woman standards. Let's see what she has to say about it.
Woman. How to be a feminine woman. How to attract.
Why are her hands like that?
How about you make a video about how to make a bag? Because I will definitely be clocking in for that one. Yeah.
Oh my God. I think I'm going to do a more full video on this woman apocalypse theory that I have. I think that women are dying. All right. Hear me out. I think this age is like it's the reverse of when a nation is in conflict and then they send men off to war, all of the ones who are capable, and then only like 25% of men come back, and then you just have the male population or has just been cut by a significant amount because of the times of great conflict kills lots of men. Now, I think there's a flip side. I think in times of great peace, lots of women die, but they don't die on a battlefield. They die like this, where they have this mentality and they just end up being single cat ladies, and they don't pass any genes on. They don't have children. They don't pass any genes on. And then if they do have children, they have bastard children, and then those bastard children will just fucking be all over the place. They're dead by the third generation. They don't exist anymore. That's what I mean by these women are dying. Now, this woman just said, let's make a video about how to. She wants to see a video about how to get the bag. Perfect. Let's say someone does that. Let's say someone does a video and teaches her exactly how to make more money. Let's say someone shows her how to make $1 million in 4 years, and she does it, and it works. Now she has $1 million. What happens after that is that she has $1 million. Her dating standards now go up, and it's more difficult for her to find a man because she just won't accept any man who does not have $1 million because she has $1 million now, and it just pushes her lineage closer to never continuing.
Mm-hmm. How to be a high value woman.
Okay.
How to be.
Okay. All right.
Like I said, woman apocalypse. I'm curious to see how many single elderly women there will be in the future. I'm curious. I think it's going to be a lot. I really do. I really think it's going to be a lot.
An energy that it's just patriarchy rebranded, babe. Like, get a fucking grip. So I met with someone today. It was about how the mindset that our parents' generation grew up with is making a comeback with absolute fucking vengeance. Like, the way...
She said the mindset that our parents grew up with is making a comeback. I think she's kind of like undermining it. It's the mindset that your parents may have grown up with. It's the mindset that their parents grew up with, and then their parents, and then their parents, and their parents, all the way back to a time called Genesis. Oh my God, these people, it's almost like they think they live in the future. Like there's like, we're in the future and everything's different now. It's some form of like narcissism, I suspect.
Women are now encouraged to not work and just find a rich man to provide for them is so insane to me. And it's even more insane seeing women from South Asian backgrounds fall for this stupidity. As in, we come from a culture where this is the norm, where women are not encouraged to work, they're not encouraged to be independent, they get married and they stop working and they become, stay-at-home wives, stay-at-home moms, and that's their life. I think every single one of us can look into our own network, whether it be family or friends, and know a woman who's had to endure a horrific marriage because she cannot financially afford to leave. I myself...
My question for her is this. What is the alternative? What's the alternative? What's the alternative? And then depict the results of the alternative for the next 3 generations. Tell me what that's going to look like. It's going to look like chaos. It's going to look like chaos. If most women decide to be working women, okay, and they do not have a marriage, and they do not have children, and they do not build a family, they're going to accumulate a lot of resources. They're not going to die with their animals. Then their resources are going to get distributed probably to their nieces and nephews or to some organization, like a business they like or support, a cause, some type of cause that they have. It goes to that. It goes to a corporation or it goes to their nieces and nephews. And then that's it. There's no continuation. So, another issue is this. If birth rates drop that significantly, down the line, let's say 200 years from now, there won't be enough children to maintain the society. We would have to import people who do breed in other countries to come here and essentially be slaves. I don't see any other result than that happening.
Women whose husbands are chronic cheaters and they can't leave because they're financially bound. Women whose husbands have beaten them black and blue, but they can't leave because they are financially bound. And so it's so bizarre to me that we come from this culture and we are suddenly romanticizing the same thing, but it's rebranded as being a feminine woman and, finding a provider. Like, are you okay? And one of the craziest things about this entire thing is the women who sit and preach about becoming feminine and finding a high value man and attracting wealthy men and making them pay for everything are women who have businesses based on this brand. Like, they are making millions off your stupidity through selling you courses and coaching sessions and all this nonsense. Like, get a grip. You think they sit at home? You think they wait for their man to provide for them? No, these are business women. Okay, and what I'm not preaching is to chase.
I'm going to start asking women, if everything falls apart for you, who comes to the rescue? That's what I want to know. I may have to alter my question so they can actually understand. But that's basically the question. If all things fail and shit hits the fan, who is going to come to the rescue for you specifically? Who?
These men who have no money and will not help you out financially. No, but do not abandon yourself in the pursuit of wealthy men. Don't dress a particular way to impress a man. Don't pick up certain hobbies or hang out in certain cafes or present a particular way. Do your hair how you want to do your hair. Wear what you want to wear. Do the hobbies that you want to do, not for the sake of a man, bro. You should.
Okay, so she just said that, and then it cut to a scene. She didn't even explain. She just said, don't do this. But she didn't give an explanation. She just said, don't seek a wealthy man. Don't do this. Okay, but why? There's no why.
Be audacious.
It's just how she feels.
Audacious in your ambitions. Your dreams should scare you. And you should get a kick out of that. Don't ever dim yourself or change yourself to fit what you think a particular man would want. That's silly.
My question? Why? Why? That's my question. Why? Let's see if she says it. Let's see if she says why.
Your youth is with you once. Do not waste that in the pursuit of silly men.
Do not. No why. There's no why. See, I'm telling you, listen, TikTok is
just, it's public therapy in the worst way. Oh my goodness. All right. That's it for me tonight. I love y'all. God bless. And I will see y'all next time. That's enough videos for me. So that was quick.